Good morning, everybody. Shalom. It's 8/23/2026. It's 11:15 on this beautiful, gorgeous morning, Sunday. Yesterday was my Shabbat. Shabbat was good. Had a good time. It was a delight. I want to touch on something with you guys that's interesting that's been going on in my life. So if you've been following me, or if you've been following me on YouTube or my TikTok, I share a lot of stories about my lust and my struggle with lust. Um, For many years, let's say about 5 or 6 years, I struggled with lust. And this is a big thing because a lot of Christians deal with this. God condemns sexual lust in any form. It would be masturbation, adultery, would be lust of the eyes. The Bible says any man that looks after a woman with his eyes has already committed adultery in his heart. Um, in 1 Corinthians, I believe it's 1st and 2nd Corinthians, that Paul says to flee fornication, completely avoid it. Galatians 5:19-21, I believe it is, or 18 or 19-21. And Galatians talks about the sexual immoral, the fornicators don't have an inheritance in heaven. And Revelation 21:8, which is at the end of the Bible, which it says, you burn in the lake of fire if you continue a habit of lust, living in your life. Now, this was a collective of things that God was moving around in my life for a long time. So it took a long time for me to start feeling the fear and the wrath of God. And when I say that, I'm not saying it in a very light context because obviously God deals with everybody differently, right? But for me, the amount of lust that I had in my life, as bad as I wanted it, it was completely going against what God wanted. And I would feed myself any way that I could, any way that I could feed my lust, you know? It was just, I'm going to say I was an animal, but I definitely wasn't careful what I was doing. And, a lot of people deal with this. For me to come on here on YouTube and to be like, I struggle with lust. I've dealt with this for 5 years. Some people might look at me like he's a creep, he's this, he's that, and they're going to judge me. I can see in the comments already. People are going to put a whole bunch of really nasty comments. But what the reality is, don't you deal with lust? Doesn't everybody deal with lust? Just not many people are open about it unless you're going to like Celebrate Recovery or something, or you're going to like a Christian group inside of a church where you could hide behind your lust, right? But me, I'm open with my sins. I'm very honest with myself because I want help. I want to get past what I'm dealing with, and I want to love God more and more. To make a long story short, not in this video, but I'll make another video. There was a time I helped on a farm. I helped with 32 horses. And there was a time that I believe God dealt with me, that he did pass judgment on me. And ever since then, I saw that we go through life, we feed our lust, we feed our sexual desires. We do whatever we want and we don't care. But when we're alone by ourselves and we're vulnerable and no one's around us, that's when God's voice speaks to you. And that's when you start feeling like, oh crap, maybe I shouldn't do this stuff because God's going to deal with me now that no one's around and he has a chance to, fully get to me. And I'll share that in another video when I believe that happened to me. Anyway, guys, 63 days today, 8/23/2026, 7:19 a.m. I'm looking at my card, 63 days free of lust. That doesn't mean I wasn't tempted. It doesn't mean I didn't think of sex or anything, but I resisted it and I got away from it. So 63 days, guys. I'm going on for 100. Root on for me. Let's celebrate this together. Walk this life with me, and I will talk to you soon. God bless you all. Shalom.